What's up, Roxstars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop ATL Season 4, Episode 5. Can you believe we're here already, you guys? Time is flying by. Let's get to it, shall we? Alright, you guys, first up, Tony and Kalina. I guess Mona says she ain't finished bringing up the new yet. Well, they not really new. We remember them from last season, and they are back again this season. Only took 5 episodes to get here, y'all. Kalina, y'all, we found out at the end of last season that she was pregnant, and she's about ready to drop the load, okay? She was pretty pregnant. I thought she looked really nice, except for them damn confessionals, y'all. Fuck, I thought we learned last season with Kalina. They had her looking like Rudolph the Black-Nosed Reindeer. Look, she actually was better when she was on her regular day-to-day. Maybe did she do her own makeup when she was going to the hospital, y'all, to have this baby? Because maybe she need to do her own damn makeup, quit fucking around with the ones that do it for the confessional. Anyway, y'all, their story this season is, well, you guys know that Tony, he has a little bit of running in him every time she get pregnant, okay? We heard about it last season when she was pregnant with the first baby, okay? Now that she got this new one coming, Tony has a special proclivity to hanging out with some shady-ass dude named Kevin. And for whatever reason, when he hang out with Kevin, the nigga stay out all night. He don't come home to be there for his pregnant ass wife. And yeah, he seems to fall into random pussies and cheats on his damn wife. Kalina is not trying to hear this new get rich scheme that Tony then came up with. Now, granted, she about to have a baby, y'all, meaning that they about to go to the hospital. And Tony decides to lay it on her just now that what he wants to do is take all of their savings and drop it into some fucking club with said Kevin. Now we find out that they done bought a house, they done closed down their studios, and the money is coming in pretty good. But yeah, I was just like, Mona, for real? Okay, now we had this same kind of foolishness with Peter Guns and Amina. She about to have a damn baby, and he come laying this new. I was just like, y'all a fucking mess. Okay, so yeah, Kalina, she don't know what to think. She's stressed out, you guys. She don't have no #1 hit on the radio, and like I said, money is good, but why blow it? And you know, she about to have a goddamn baby. Okay, you ain't got time to be sitting up here discussing shit when you in that kind of pain. The anxiety level is super high. You about ready to chop off your goddamn arm if it means that this pain will go away and this baby will fucking come out. Okay, so yeah, I ain't sitting up here trying to make life decisions with my fucking husband when I'm about to have a goddamn baby. I was just like, Mona. Like I said, they was at that table like, I'm gonna say that we gonna take all our money and drop it in the club. Will that help? Is that gonna keep us on the show, Mona? Now, after she had a baby, you guys, and we get the strangest motley crew of people over at the house. You got Mimi, Carly Red, and Jessica Dimepiece. Okay, people that we normally didn't see her hang. Well, she did kind of hang with Carly a little bit, but yeah, it was just strange to see Mimi there. I wasn't getting the connection, but I guess Mona got it cooked up some kind of way. Yeah, Kalina, as soon as she get her eye on Jessica Dimepiece, this bitch can't think about nothing else, and she was just stressed about this money and Tony and him not coming home and everything. As soon as Jessica walked up there, honey, all that just went. It was a distant memory. That goddamn Kalina was so smitten by the ass-tacularness of Jessica Dimepiece. Okay, the bitch couldn't concentrate on shit. I was just like, Kalina, wasn't we just talking about the $70,000 that your man was fixing to blow? Okay, shit. If Tony knew like I knew, what he would do is parade a whole bunch of big booty, pretty strippers up through that house 24/7. The ones that's ovulating, so that Kalina can go around, sniff their ass, and stay super distracted. Look, Tony, you would have it made if you do that, bro. I'm just trying to help you out. Now, you guys, Carly, she is mad that Rasheeda came down to her store with the fool of fucking nicketry. And she just feels like she needs to sit down and talk to Rasheeda and get this shit together because, you know, she ain't never had no problems with Rasheeda. She don't understand where it's coming from. And so Rasheeda, she get all dressed up in her camel. That seems to be her color these days. And for whatever reason, y'all, Rasheeda has fixed it in her mind to believe that the confrontation that happened last week was all Carly's fault, y'all. She on that same bullshit that Mimi was on last week when she thought we was co-signing on the foolery. So, you know, they sit on down and Carly was just like, yeah, you know, I don't really understand where all that was coming from. And Rasheeda was just like, well, you know y'all was friends and you didn't do that right. And Carly was just like, yeah, but the whole way you did that shit was foul. And Rasheeda was just like, well, I always felt like you guys needed to talk. Carly was just like, yeah, but you didn't came down there on some talk tip. Bitch, you came down there on some I'ma whoop this bitch ass tip. Shit, y'all came down there like you was ready to get him up. And Rasheeda was just like, no, we didn't come down there like that. And your old girl with the pink hair, she the one that was turning up. Carly was just like, she was reacting. She wasn't trying to start no shit with you guys, but you know she was gonna show enough finish it if she had to. Y'all know how I feel about strippers. I was gonna put my money on Jessica Dime Piece because you know what they say, strippers fight to the fucking death. So, you know, Rasheeda, she was just like trying to put 20 on 10 and trying to make it seem like it was all Carly's fault. Carly was just like, look, I have been to all of your events. I've always been supportive. You ain't never got no problems from me. Why can't you do the same for me when you come to my shit? And, you know, Rasheeda ain't had no answer for that. So she goes to the what we always do when we feel like we got to tell a bitch something. Look, Carly, I got kids. Carly's like, shit, I got kids too. And I got $1 million business. And Carly gonna say, I got $1 billion business too. I said, no, bitch, you got 1 billion businesses, bitch. You ain't got no $1 billion. But whatever, you know, we ain't gonna, look, we ain't splitting hairs today because y'all know what? Got a little nasty taste in my mouth because something tell me I'm about to agree with Carly Red. And what the fuck is the world come to when I'm agreeing with Carly's ass? But yeah, Carly was just like, bitch, I guess I see who my goddamn friends are, okay? Rasheeda was just like, yeah, you ain't even got to worry because don't nobody even take you seriously and don't nobody even like you and they know that you messy. All of that is fine and good, Rasheeda. But the biggest fucking mess sitting here right now at this here bar is you. Ain't no reason for you to be this mad. You are being extra backstabby to this girl. Ain't did shit to you. That shit should be between Erica and Carly Red. So yeah, y'all. I don't even know how to feel, you know, feeling like. But I think I was totally on Carly Red's side, y'all. Strange. But whatever, they arguing, y'all. They get up, they argue all the way out to the front. Rasheeda got the nerve to call out AARP and say some shit about her aid, and I was just like, nah, Rasheeda, I know good and goddamn well you ain't trying to go here with it. Bitches be forgetting that whole first fucking season, people gave you the blues about them damn bags under your eyes, okay? Now, it wasn't me. It was not me. But yeah, some people was talking about how fucking old you look too, so girl, don't even go there. A little small part of me did want Carly to bust a bitch in the head, but you know she ain't gonna do that, y'all. Neither one of them about that life, so I was just over that whole conversation. Y'all, Nico and Margot, so they setting it up how Margot was gonna come in because at the end of the show we saw that she's going to probably tell Joseline next week about what Nico has told her. And what Nico has told her, now first of all, y'all, let me tell you, they showed Nico and Margot. Nico got his fucking Best Buy beanie on, okay, I guess this nigga on his break. And that goddamn Margot got the fucked up Beyonce bangs and the bitch got the nerve to have that shit in orange. Nigga, these bitches stop right here. I said, bitch, not the fucking orange. Y'all know she was in that mirror trying to cut and cut and cut, and next thing you know, them motherfuckers was way up here. I don't know what made her do that, and then she acted like she didn't know that the fucking camera crew was coming over that day. It was like they knocked on the door, and she was just like, oh shit, is that today? Oh shit, hold on, let me get my hat. That bitch that had her, I said, Margot, girl, this ain't the way you want to be representing on the TV. You ain't even an ugly girl. She's actually kind of cute to me. So I was just like, nah, y'all. But anyway, they sitting there, they talking. Nico said he done moved her to Atlanta so he can keep an eye on her. And she said that she just got to make sure that she's tried everything in her marriage before she throw in the fucking towel. So look, I don't know, y'all. Is the marriage open or not? Are they still together or not? I still don't really understand the dynamics of this relationship. I don't even feel like thinking this hard about whatever the two of them got going on, but yeah, we get around to her feeling real hurt about the shit that he's done to her. He tells her that he got this book deal with me and you guys all. Now she really upset. She's just like, oh my god, it's a book deal, it's a porn tape, you're a liar. I said, now this the first time you heard the nigga was a liar. He been lying for 2 fucking seasons. So she was just like, well, once and for all, can you tell me if you lied about the porn tape? Are you this scumbucket that everybody says that you are? Yes, he is, but we'll wait for his answer. And of course, Nico's answer is, look, me and Mimi was together. Shit, we used to fuck each other and record each other all the time anyway, you know, just to perfect our moves. She was the one that came up and said, you know what, let's put this tape tape out, okay? She was the entire mastermind. I just went on along with it, took the fall for it because she was such a loved character. Ain't this about a bitch? But you know what? I saw it coming. Nico done changed that damn story so many times. The one thing I will say is I'm sure that the two of them made the decision together. But other than that, I'm not even sure if Mimi got the sense enough to come up with that shit on her own. So yeah, you know, I was just like, Lord have mercy. So now she's upset. Mimi put her man through all of this. She was just like, well, just put the damn book out. If you got 25% on it, put the book out and let's make this bread. One problem is the book ain't finished, so I can't even put a book out about somebody's life if I ain't got all the deets on it. And I'm trying to think to myself, like, well, if the book ain't finished, like, why is Mimi all, like, if the book ain't done, it ain't done. So, like, is there a time restraint on the contract? I would let that fucking contract sit there forever. Bitch, I ain't writing no goddamn book. You do whatever you can with them few sentences you got already. Look, I'm not no lawyer. I don't know how that shit work, but I was confused about why we was even talking about this damn book if it ain't even finished. Okay, y'all, Erica and Marlo. Marlo says, look, he takes care of E-Money. Erica says that he doesn't. Scrappy says, look, we had a damn agreement. We wasn't going to be in no damn child support or nothing. That I would take care of whatever the baby needed. You know, she would take her. I would take care of her. You know, we just had this agreement. And Erica was just like, we ain't never had no agreement. He ain't paid child support in over 2 years. And he was just like, fuck, half that time we was engaged. And she was just like, we wasn't engaged at that time. I was just like, okay, well, memory serves me correct. Yes, you guys was engaged 2 seasons ago. Okay, but like I said, we ain't gonna split hairs. We ain't gonna do it today. It was just a fucking mess. Okay, they was arguing back and forth, and the lawyers was arguing back and forth, and the shit got so ratchet up in there that, you know what, Erica had to be the one to say that we need to keep a level of professionalism. Erica, you guys. That's to let you know how much foolishness is going on at that table. So, yeah, I guess they couldn't come to no agreement. And like Scrappy said, y'all, they going to court. Stevie, he says that he's been at this rehab for 10 days and he feeling like a brand new Stevie J. Life is good. He's happy. He's feeling good about things. But you know that would be too much like right for that to last. His whirlwind of a wife, Joseline, is coming down for the conjugals. Nobody should be going through what I had to go through for 2 weeks without no beef cake. OMG, no. He better appreciate Joseline Hernandez in all of this. Especially after I sit down and talk to his stupid pilgrim ass fucking baby mama, dumbass bitch. So, you know, they sitting there and he's talking, honey. Joseline is already on 10. Okay, I told you guys last season that these two remind me of Lucy and Ricky Ricardo, except that the damn accents is reversed. He just be sitting there like, Lord. He's just like, be nice. No, I was being nice in the beginning. I'm having a conversation with her and then she started acting like Stevie J was just like ignoring her, like, you know, he started doing this little chant. Stevie, shut the hell up. First of all, she was just like, you need to apologize to me. Plus, Stevie already told me that you was going to apologize to me. And you know good and damn well I ain't never said that I was going to apologize to that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Stevie J is trying to calm her down because, like I said, Stevie J is on a whole new page, you guys. He's changing his whole attitude. Bro, I've been in this motherfucker for 10 goddamn days, okay? Fuck, did they say it take 30 days to break a damn habit? But you know Stevie J less than 2 weeks and he's a new nigga. Stevie J was just like, I don't want you to drink. I don't want you to smoke around me, okay? Because I don't want to go back into that same environment. I mean, that makes sense. But Joseline ain't trying to hear that shit. I understand that this is important to Stevie, but I don't really have anything to do with the problems that he got going on at the program. One thing that I am really working on is controlling my anger, so I feel like I'm okay with where I'm at. I should be there for him, but do that mean that I got to change all of my life and everything that I'm doing? Yes, Joseline, it means just that because, baby, you are the trigger. And we know that the worst type of environments is the one that has 2 addicts, which she is going to learn when she get on down to the therapist. Because Stevie J really wants her to go and talk to the therapist and maybe she'll get a better idea what the hell he's talking about, okay? And then to add insult to injury, we find out that Stevie J is indeed being charged with failure to pay child support. So his lawyer calls him up there at the at the rehab and was just like, look, as soon as you finish them 30 days, bro, we got to get on the airplane and get on up to New York and make it very clear that we're going to fight these charges, okay? So what I need you to do is let everybody in your family know we're going to fight these charges strenuously, but yeah, I'm going to need you to prepare for the worst. Now, in the meantime, Stevie J, he meets with Mimi at the church house. And once again, let me reiterate that he's a changed man, y'all. No more stripper poles and booty holes for Stevie J. He's laying it all out for Mimi, damn it, he's on a new page. And Mimi was just like, well, shit, if you leave this program and you go back to the shit that you was already dealing with, like, how are you gonna stay successful? Stevie J, you know, he tells her that it ain't gonna be a problem, god damn it. What I learned in rehab is I love me, okay? And she just so tickled by it, y'all. She just love her Stevie J, child. Thank God Stevie can still make me laugh. Otherwise, I would whoop his ass for making me sit down with his beast of a wife. I was just like, I was kind of thrown off because it was almost Mad Mimi, but it wasn't quite there. So, you know, Stevie J is playing this whole role like, oh, it didn't go good when you sat down with Joseline. She didn't apologize. And Mimi was just like, no, she did not apologize, but get this. She says to me, what are you talking about? I never put my hands on you. Mimi's mad, you guys. She said the disrespect is there. And look, she can't even have no conversations with this bitch. And she can't even, you know, admit to what she did. Well, I guess you ain't gonna have no conversation then. So now Stevie J got to deal with Mimi fussing. You know, here you go again like, oh, all my bitches mad. I remember when everybody was happily on the bus. He got to calm her down. So he turns on the Stevie J charm, y'all. We ain't seen him work his magic on Mimi in quite some time, but y'all, it works the way it used to. We have to admit that we love each other and that we care about the other. And you go, y'all, Mimi, that bitch was just like, wait, what you saying? Wait, what are we talking about here? I'm confused. She was trying to downplay them lusty eyes, y'all, but the way she was looking at Stevie J, you guys, I'm telling you, the love is still, it ain't gone. Mimi, you have to be fucking ashamed of yourself. You was in the house of God. Now, we get on down to the therapist, and even though Joseline says she don't really understand exactly why she needs to change up her act, because she loves Stevie J, she's willing to go down there and listen to him and listen to the therapist and, you know, see if they can shed some light on the situation. Stevie J, he appreciates it, okay, because he knows that Joseline feels restricted in his new niggerhood. So the therapist says, look, you're gonna have to not do any drinking, not do any drugs for at least a year if we want Stevie J to be able to break this habit and be successful in his rehabilitation, okay? And really, if you can't stop what the fuck you doing in this year, then maybe you need to be on the couch next to Stevie J at this rehab. And I'm thinking to myself, like, really, it needs to be cut totally, because any recovering addict will tell you that they are only a sniff, puff, injection, swallow away from backsliding back into their old habits. So it's just like, yeah, you can't have that around them, period. And if that person can't stop it, then you know what, then maybe we need to part ways. So they both sitting there looking at her. You know, Joseline kind of got that deer in the headlights look. Okay, Stevie J was just like, ooh, my baby not saying nothing. This is not a good sign. No way am I going to stop drinking at this point in my life. But I'm going to try my best with everything else. I'm here to do whatever it takes to help my husband with his program. And I just really hope that he appreciates that. The therapist was just like, Stevie, do you have anything else that you need to tell your wife? And so Stevie lays it on her. Look, when I leave here, I got to go to New York. They are charging me with failure to pay child support, and I might be going to jail for up to 2 years. I need you to be here for me because I've always been there for you and I've done everything for you. Basically what I'm saying is I needed to be all about Stevie J. And Joseline was like, fuck, this shit always been about Stevie J. You guys know that Joseline don't like to hear that kind of talk. He even messed up. It was just like, you know, I bought the house, and then he tried to backtrack and say, we got this house together. And, you know, Joseline was just like, you heard him? I'm in his house. That's the problem right there. Everything is mine. I got this for you. I got that for you. And that really gets me stressed out. It made me want to fucking break his neck. I hate that shit. I was just like, oh, Joseline, baby, don't cry. This is not the first time that she feels like the nigga is too fucking controlling. And that's why she drink. And that's why she does drugs, because fuck, she needs some kind of outlet. Okay, so that's her acting out. Stevie, of course, he doesn't see it. He feels like he does everything for her. And he, you know, whatever is his is hers and that. But that's the whole thing, Stevie. Really, If you didn't have Joseline, you probably wouldn't be where you are right now. I'm not trying to downplay the talents, but wasn't nobody checking for Stevie J before he got with Joseline. I mean, that's just what it is, y'all. But at any rate, Joseline can't let it go. I just want him to understand and respect me as his equal. That's all we want to, Joseline. Alright, you guys, so Cena got the proof, okay? So she takes her ass along with her iPad on down to Baby Nee's office so she can let Baby Nees know what's up. Baby Nees was like, bitch, I know you ain't came down to one of my 10 job with the fuckery. Baby Nees was steady smiling. What I tell y'all, okay? Level of crazy. Cena, she big and bad. She's, oh, I see you busy. Okay, I'm just gonna wait over here for you to finish, okay? And Baby Nees was just like, ain't this about a bitch? She wrap up her meeting. She go sit down with Cena, and she was like, listen, bitch, okay, I know you don't know much about how this works, but bitch, you don't come to my office just like I don't go walking down your whole stroll unannounced. Cena's just like, whatever, bitch, I don't be on the whole stroll, but I do have something for that ass. So she whips out the iPad, and she's just like, look at your man, okay, the nigga sucking the chocolate off my toes. Baby Nees takes it and looks at it and was just like, oh, let me tell you what the fuck I think about this. Okay, she just dropped that shit on the floor and she just stuffed that shit. And I was just like, oh, anybody who's a fucking Apple lover out there, I know y'all died a little bit when that shit went down. I said, oh, don't drop it on the ground. Shit, anytime I drop my damn phone, I'll be like, man, my heart must beat about 50 times between the fall from my hands to the goddamn floor. So I was just like, oh, you ain't gonna do the iPad like that, are you? Or whatever. Cena seems to be happy with what she's done. Okay, so she was like, I'm gonna get on out of here. I was like, bitch, that's what you best do. Because I told y'all, level of crazy. Baby Nees was like, fuck you and your proof. Then she took a page out of Saigon's. Y'all remember Saigon when that nigga took Erica Jean's purse and threw that motherfucker way back on there. That bitch must have picked up that damn purse and threw that shit down the hall. And honey, Cena ain't did nothing but pick that shit up like, oh well, call her a bitch and a hoe or whatever. And Baby Nees was like, bitch, this shit brand new. Ain't no baby came up out of here. Y'all, look, if somebody throw my fucking purse, look, that's my baby. We gonna be fighting. I might get my ass whipped, but yeah, I'm coming for you. Now, BK, even though she's dealt with Cena, now she got to deal with Jock, but she got to play this shit right, y'all. She gonna blindside his ass the same way that Cena came up to her office and blindsided her. And y'all, listen, I got to give it to Mona, y'all. I'm telling you, when I tell you I ain't fucking never laughed so goddamn hard on a Love and Hip Hop episode. Now, this is a fucking reality show, but I'm telling you, whoever wrote this scene here, honey, that was comedic genius right there. Even my daughter, we was watching that shit, and I usually would be like, Jada, you don't need to be seeing this. When I saw that she was about to tie Jock up and all of that, but it was so much foolishness. Even Jada was laughing like, this shit is stupid. When Baby Nees came out with the fishnets, I said, bitch, you ain't fixing to do it to us like that. That bitch's titties was all pushed up. You know, it's strange because she's not as big as she was last season, but she's very top heavy, so it makes her look bigger. But when she was in the fishnet, surprisingly, she didn't look that big, but it was just, all this was a whole bunch of girth and width. So she tells him that she gonna tie him up, okay? So she got him all straddled across the bed, okay? And, you know, she feeding him strawberries, and she's all this, you know, how you feel about that, baby? She's all talking and shit. She climbed her big ass on top of him, and she was just like, oh, okay, while we here, how about I show you what I saw earlier today, okay? So she whipped out the damn iPad, and I was like, I thought you smashed that motherfucker. See, there's a hole in the story, Mona, but you know what? Again, we ain't gonna be splitting hairs. Of course, Jock's face changes and his voice changes, and all of a sudden it's sort of like, okay, Baby Nees, stop playing, you know, let me go. This is exactly why I don't like being tied up. This is exactly why. Because you just don't never know where a nigga's head is at. And because I had one bad experience, I ain't even gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna just let you know my husband played too fucking much. Or whatever, y'all. He was set up, and then Baby Nees, when I tell y'all, level of crazy, all of a sudden she was just like, when I think about how I've been there for you and how I've done stuff for you, and he was just like looking like, baby, what you doing? Like, you don't let me go, quit playing. He says his ass was drugged, he says his ass was set up, and that he didn't go all the way. I was just like, now Jock, now I know you don't think anybody gonna believe that, but anyway, that bitch was hitting him with the goddamn belt, just like pow, pow, you know, he just sort of like, one of them hits looked like they contacted a little bit more than they wanted to. That nigga was just like, all right now, y'all ain't told me this bitch was gonna hit me this hard. Y'all, that shit was so fucking funny. And then of course after she finishes, Jock tells us that he was turned on, okay? And I guess that makes sense considering the nigga always talking about how much of a freak in the bed and everything he is, or whatever. Baby needs tell him that she still love him, but she gonna leave his ass tied up there. And y'all, I tell you, I ain't never fucking laughed so much, you guys. We gonna give a hand clap for Mona, y'all. That shit was fucking hilarious, okay? Bravo! Or should I say VH1? Alright, you guys, let me get off of here. You guys remember to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. Alright? Alright, so I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.